these places will play clips from the debate, and if you have it in Spanish, they can control that message and be very clear about what they want to convey to a growing sector of the Democratic voting
They should have
audience.
spoken Russian since they're controlling the election, Jesse.
That's true. I actually have to agree with Juan. I think Castro was the biggest breakout star. He was polished. He was prepared. He looked presidential. I could see him on the ticket. De Blasio actually surprised me. He looked like he had a little fight there, and maybe because he's 6'9", and he definitely filled up a lot of room on the stage.
But if you put Julio and De Blasio together...
that was a little awkward. Booker got the most talk time. I think MSNBC wanted to give him a boost. He's just a little too earnest. And I'm tired of hearing about Newark, and I can't stop looking at his bottom teeth and his bulging eyeballs. Other than that, he did fine. Beto. Where's this great Beto personality everyone's talking about?
I think my prediction's not going to come true.
Beto did not show up last night. He had dead eyes. He looked tired. He looked pale. He needs some sun. I think he said the greatest geopolitical threat was global warming. Complete joke. Warren... I guess if I didn't know that she was leading in the polls with this group, I wouldn't even know that she won the debate. She didn't have any memorable lines. Wasn't that impressed by her. And what you said is death. If you want to take away 180 million people's private health care in a general election, complete toast. The most exciting part was the technical glitch. That's how boring it was. The audience was yawning the whole time. The audience wasn't rocking. No one showed their personality. No one was that competitive. I mean, some people picked a fight, but they didn't finish it. No one really showed any sort of knockout power or killer instinct out there.
But, you know, I know you're a ratings guy, so I was curious, you know, were people watching? Because Greg and Trump said boring, right? Well, it wasn't about Trump, so for Mr. Narcissist, of course, it was boring. But guess what? Like 15+ million people watched this debate.
Well,
and that was the first night.
Republican primary on Fox News, it was 24 million.
Yeah, that was
So
Fox.
it didn't really stack up.
No. We're comparing it to what the Democrats did last time. This is about the same, and it seems to me...
Apples and oranges.
Okay.
Biggest winner?
Yes.
Mitch McConnell.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why. So Trump's name is mentioned, but not a lot.
Nope.
Biden's name never came up.
Right.
All of them were asked a question, how are you going to deal with Mitch McConnell? And none of them said, well, when I'm at the top of the ticket, I'm going to make sure that the Democrats win back the Senate.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to deal with Mitch McConnell. We're going to beat him in his race in Kentucky. And instead, they basically were like, well, we have to work on the filibuster and a couple of other things. And like maybe, basically, I think that they were just ceding the ground to the Republicans on the Senate side. And Mitch McConnell, I think, is the biggest winner.
Okay, follow-up question, if I may.
Please.
Who did you think was the most authentic person?
You know, I have to say that Jay Inslee, the governor of Washington, to me had a better debate than people would have thought.
I agree.
And, thank you. He is authentic. One thing that's interesting about climate change, that we're going to do this and wind farms, but he is a governor of a state. It's hard to win statewide. You know, emissions in Washington state, though, have not gone down. And I think that he's going to have some proof points to work on.
You know, I'm surprised because I think that you're right, and I also think Amy Klobuchar. If you're thinking about a moderate, if Biden slips, someone who could occupy that space.
Castro definitely took Beto out of that lane.
Correct.
That particular lane. It was like, you're done.
You know what else took Beto out of the lane? Being on the cover of Vanity Fair when nobody knew you. That just got everybody so mad. Like, all of his peers are like, who the hell is this guy?
That you were born to do this?
I think Julian probably just said, I'll take care of this.
You know who's mad now? Anybody who gave Beto money.
Sitting
there watching. He had that look on his face like he was worried about that bad drugstore sushi he ate for lunch.
I think that, you know, my prediction yesterday was that he would raise $1 million after this debate. And again, this debate was not for Republicans or conservatives. It was for them. He could actually still have some support out there.
Yeah. The Trump re-election campaign kicks off tonight in Orlando. That's in Florida.
Thank you.
You know what to expect.
I thought that was the sun in my eyes. It's these stupid lights. What are they doing? That runway is like an ice skating rink. And the first step, I said, you know, this sucker is slippery. This is the worst damn stage I've ever seen. Cal Cascu shoe. But I like I-10 much better. Can we go by I-10? Do you mind? Last night I watched Alfred E. Newman. Beto. Beto's falling fast. What the hell happened? I was made for this. He was made for it. He was made to fall like a rock. And I don't know what the hell happened to Biden. And Bernie, you know, Bernie's crazy. Bernie's crazy.
Now compare all of that to this.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm running for, in this case, running for President of the United States. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other person.
I am really enjoying this process of running for President of the United States.
I will always be real with you. I will be bold without the bold.
Yikes. It's a roller coaster versus the Little Pony Carousel. Santa's elves